Hello everyone, as you are, Ben. Not in the workshop today because there's a storm brewing outside, and to be fair I don't really need to. What I'm going to show you today doesn't need to go in the workshop, so I thought I'd just stay in the comfort of my own home where it's nice and warm and show you what I'm going to show you today. So what I did this weekend is I went to the North of England Woodworking and Power Tool show up in Harrogate. Now it's the first woodworking show I've been to, and I'd have to say I was mighty impressed. For someone who is relatively new, you know, when you watch things on YouTube and do your own little research, you can get to know a lot, but when you actually speak to the experts and you're able to ask them the silly questions that you might not want to leave a comment on or something like that, it was fantastic. I mean, they had a lot of the big brands there, a lot of the smaller ones, some oddball bits. It was fantastic, and I think it runs every year, and I would definitely recommend anyone in the north of England to go see this. It was an eye-opener, and it was a fantastic day out. Really good. Now when I went there, first stall I came to was Kreg, and I managed to get myself a pocket hole jig, because one thing they do, they offered fantastic discounts for the show. I went on the last day, which I think helped because they were giving a little bit extra discounts, but on the flip side I think I might have missed some other brands and maybe some other demonstrations by only going on the last day. Maybe ideally I'd go both days just to next year, just to see if I have missed anything or not. But yeah, it was well worth it. Getting the Jig Pro and some Tart screws, it was a very good discounted price. So can't wait to use this. But this is not what today is about. I mean, it is about Kreg, but it's not about their pocket hole jig. Because what I did see is, walking around, I came across the Bessey stand. Now, we all know Bessey clamps are probably maybe some of the best, but also some of the more expensive ones. I got myself the ratchet strap Bessey, because I've got a cheap one, and it's not brilliant, and I had a project earlier this month that I thought I really could have done with a good one. A bit late now, but I've got this for the future, and I can't wait to try that out either. I might just make something just to give it a go. But that was a great little purchase. What I actually got, I want to talk to you about, is this. It's the one-handed table clamp. I've got the 6-inch version by Bessey. Now the reason I got this is because I don't have a track saw. Probably like a lot of people on a budget, I went and got the Accu cut by Kreg. Just before I go any further, if you're probably wondering why this is blue and yours may not, is I put some painter's tape on these guide rail bits here, because the DeWalt XR circular saw that I used was wobbly. So I put this painted tape on here and it's sorted out. There's no wobble in there at all. So if you are using an XR and you do find a little bit of give, that's a nice little trick, and you'll find that that should sort that out properly. I mean, I don't know if you might be able to pick it up on here. This is the guide edge that I used before, and it's jagged and all over because my saw just moved. I put that tape on, absolutely perfect. Good little trick, I'd give that a go. What I wanted was some clamps for this. I'm in a little garage. I haven't got the space to fully walk around stuff, and I'm a big lad as well. So I find myself, I knock things and it's hard to maneuver in there. And yes, it's got these sticky bits on the back, but when I'm trying to walk around something, I could quite easily knock this off the marks that I've made. So what I had were these terrible things. They were cheap. They did the job. They went in there, I could screw them down. It was a good job, but they take ages. and then these would bend or these would bend, and it was never fully secure. So I wanted a better option. And if you've been looking at some sort of track clamps yourself, you'll probably find out that they're not the cheapest. And also I wanted to do is, with being in a small shop, I like things that have two purposes. So what these do, I'll take them out of the box. I've already unclipped them just so I can, because I couldn't wait to play with them. These double not only as a quick clamp, G clamp, even to an extent a G clamp, but this just slides off and just works as a normal grip clamp. If you turn, you push that in, this pops out, you can then turn it around, pop it back on, and then it turns into a track clamp. So this then should slide in your guide rail like so, fits the Accu clamp perfectly. The guy at Bessey actually ran round to Kreg to try this on one of the Accu tracks before I bought it, because I wasn't sure if it was going to or not. So they just slide on and off the guide rail like so, and then I can turn it round if I need it, and then get that so it's not, I'm doing it on a dining table, it's probably not the best thing, but then I can quickly get that in place, put one on the other side, and I've got myself a quick setup on a clamp. And without having to twist these things, it's been a pain. These are an absolute godsend. I'll flip this round. The only downside, I guess, to them when it comes to the Accu, if you use your, what do they call that? It's the little start for your circular saw, so it gets it going before you make your cut. You will have to take that off to get these in. Easy as that, it slides nicely in. Then I can ratchet to the worktop, and now that is not moving at all. We've got the rubber, got some protective rubber bits on there, so it's not going to mark my wood, and it's just so much quicker, so much simpler, and they were an absolute brilliant purchase. The guy at Bessey stand actually recommended these because he showed me the one-handed quick ratchet ones. I'll put a picture of this so you know what I'm talking about, but I could get these two for less than just one of them. And I've got the added bonus of some quick clamps. These rubber bits come off. If I need that extra space, I can just pop that on there. And I've got some quick clamps at the same time. So it gets two birds, one stone. I've got some great clamps for my Accu. I've got some nice new, relatively small but good quality quick grip clamps. I think that's an absolutely fantastic little job done. I could not recommend these more. If you're using really any sort of budget track saw, doesn't have to be the Accu because this is tapered and he says it fits most tracks. So I know if you're using something like, in England you might have like the Mac or the Parkside, or some of the lower end entry level track saws, get some of these. These will save you a lot of heartache than these. They're better, they're sturdier, you've got less chance of marking your work. Overall, I could not recommend these enough. I was so happy. I mean, the whole trip was just worth it for these. I'll put a link into the description so you can go to the Bessey site. I'm sure if you have a search around, you might find them somewhere else for a little bit cheaper. But all the hype of Bessey, when you see all these YouTubers with all the money having all these Bessey clamps, and you think, they can't be that good. Well, after seeing these, do you know what? I think they are. They're brilliant. And I hope one day I can get my whole sets of Besseys, because if these are anything to go by, they are just a step above. So that's just what I wanted to quickly talk to you about today, was with these things. Absolutely brilliant, over the moon with them, can't recommend them enough. If you have any questions or you want to see anything else while I've got them here before you purchase them, please leave a comment below. I'm more than trying my best to do anything I can for you, but I'll get that link in there so you can get these, have a read of it, and 100% buy some, see for yourself. Luckily with these, like anything, if you order online, if you're not happy once you get them, if they don't fit your track, just send them back. But if they do, it will change the way you use your track. Yeah, 100% will. But I love that, and I can't wait to get the use out of my other things that I bought. So try these, get yourself to a woodworking show if you've never been. They are brilliant, so much fun, and I'll see you again with me next projects, which should be coming out in about a week's time, I think. So I'll get that online. All right, take care everyone, see you soon. Bye now.